Now we're going to steam. It's really important to steam. A lot of hand spinners don't finish the yarn, and that means to dampen it and let it dry in a slightly stretched state so that the yarn will not get, it will relax instead of trying to untwist. So now I'm going to thread that plied yarn, spun and plied yarn, through the tension device on the steaming machine, through a pigtail, and then this is the wet chamber on the steamer. I'm going to put it through the wet chamber with a compressor that's going to blow air out the end of that little gun. It'll pop out the end of the wet chamber, another pigtail, and then I'm going to have to shoot it up through the long drying chamber of the steaming machine here. That's a little tricky. With a little practice you can get good at it and it becomes fun. You can see the steam rising up on the left hand side of the image right now. That's the compartment where the water is that I've got ready to go. There, it popped out the other end. Now we're going to put it through a screw eye on the wall, and we're going to go back to the coning machine that sits right next to the steaming machine. These machines are arranged very carefully so we can get as many of them in a small space as possible. Now we're going to run it through another pigtail, up through a tensioner, a sensor, under some wax. That wax is really important because it smooths out the yarn so it goes smoothly through the knitting machine without any hairy parts sticking out on the yarn. Keeps it from getting caught on a bunch of things that can get caught on. We need to put a tail inside the cone so we have enough to join it to the next cone. When it's on the machine, the knitting machine, it runs out. You can tie them all together in a long daisy chain. We're going to put the paper cone on the machine and then drop it down and have it meet the black drum that actually has grooves in it, and the yarn goes in the grooves, and then when the black drum spins, it puts the yarn on the paper cone in a pattern. There's the sensor, the tension device, the wax. There it is, rolling a nice patterned cone for us. And there's the halo, they call it, of the yarn around the spindle, and the machine needs to be going fast enough to get it past that point right there.